Hello, 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 everyone. This is Joyce, and I'm coming to you this evening to talk about. I'm just looking for my information here. I want to talk about how to develop characters for your story. And this is if you are writing fiction. This is Joyce, and welcome to my channel. And I talk about everything writing. So if you're a new author or if you're thinking about becoming an author, welcome. And I have videos on my channel. So if you want to see the videos, please like, subscribe, and leave me comments because today and maybe a couple more days, I will be discussing how to develop characters. I will have this information available if you want it. So I will be making that available. So tonight or today, we're talking about developing characters. And this is when you're setting up your outline for your story. And I know once when people are writing, they have something in mind usually about what they want to write about. Just turn off my phone. And that's important. And when you have characters that you're introducing in your story, in your book, in your drama, whatever book you're writing, the details need to be written down somewhere so that it's not all in your head. Because as you write and you document things, what if you forgot this person had a beard or dreads or whatever? So the reason for developing the characters on the side when you're writing, you think about it, you have to introduce this information into your manuscript. Now, when you're creating character profiles, you are going to include details. I don't know if you want to use post it notes, some people use cards. You may have a folder on your computer where you start a new document for each character. And on that document, you may say character Samuel or character Juan, whatever. But on that character profile that you're creating for that person in your story, you want to include a description. This is the, say it's Juan. He may come from a family of mother, father, and have a younger brother and a younger sister. His age may be 21, but that doesn't just describe him. So, does Juan have tattoos? Is his ears pierced? Um, does he wear a ring? Does he wear jewelry? How does he dress? Does he dress like a business person? Does he wear jeans? Um, how does his voice sound? So when you're developing the characters, you want to put if he is Hispanic, is he from Cuba? Is he from Mexico? Is he from Dominican Republic? Is he from Spain? Where's he from? And where does he live? Does he live with his parents? He may have a younger brother and sister. Is he on his own? Is he in college? Is he in high school? So these are some of the things you will write on the character profiles. Now, the race is important, the age is important, because if he's in college, there are different races, different ages throughout college life. So you have to differentiate him when you're bringing him into a story. And another thing is his education. Is he in high school, college? How is he? Is he smart? Is he technical? Is he mechanical? Is he mechanically inclined? Does he like to draw? Does he like to write? What are his character traits that's different from the other characters that you're introducing? Is he driving a car? Is he on the bus? Does he take a train? Does he ride the school bus? I mean, these are all details that where you can place him into the story. So again, that is just when you're creating the profile for your character. Okay, some of the things you need to remember to include when you're developing this character out. And if he has a smaller sister or brother, that's part of the story. What are their names and their ages? How does he interact with them in your book? Does he have to care for them? Is he like a provider also, whereas he fixes their breakfast or puts them to bed or reads them a story, or what role does he play? That's important in developing characters, because as you write all of this out and you put it to the side, now when you introduce a character, you will mention some of those things that he may be doing at that time in the manuscript. Now, you have to sort of, it's best to develop the characters before you begin writing, because again, if you've written this out, you have all of the details of what you want, who you want the characters to be. But how you move them in and out of the story will depend on their roles, the roles they're playing in here. So again, where does he live? If he lives with both parents, or is he in college? Is he living on campus? If he's at home, what's the difference in there? Him and his little brother, little sister's ages. That does he even see them enough to interact? Because if he's away in college, maybe he only sees them for extended weekends or vacations or holidays. Just something to think about when you're writing this character development or character description, because that's going to make a difference if the minor siblings are in the story. If they're not, then it's just a mention. It could just be a mention in your manuscript or book. Now, for the other characters, like for his mom, how involved would she be in your story? So if you say he comes from a family of five, he has two younger siblings and his mom and dad. If you never have to mention the parents again, then that's fine. But if his dad drops him off at school, or his mom, fixes him food before he leaves for school, it's important to have information about them. His mom could be a stay-at-home mom, or she could be a teacher, or she could be a nurse, or she could work at a store, whatever. So develop them as much as you will need to bring them into your story. A lot of people don't think about the character developments, but if you're writing fiction, you have to develop the characters so that when you place them somewhere, you can mention some of the things that you developed about them. Like you loved his haircut, it was shaved on the side, or he wears the black cool glasses that's in style right now. And he dances with his friends on the weekends, or he's on a tumbling team with so and so, or, whatever characteristics that makes him stand apart from his friend, say Marcus. So when people think of Juan, they will think he has little brother, sister, he tumbles, he dances, or whatever. As you're building a story, if the characters are in the back of their minds, like, oh yeah, he does this. And then you could say, well, Marcus is an only child and he lives with his father. His mom died when he was 12. She had whatever. And now he is best friends with Juan since they were 10 years old, and they're still best friends and they hang out and whatever. You can introduce him after but his backstory wouldn't be told all at once. It would be introduced slowly as you bring him up. You could bring up something about Marcus The same with Juan. If you have information about him in your story, you wouldn't give the whole rundown of everything about him like it's a rap sheet. You would mention small details. So that's just some of the things to think about when you're developing the characters. Um, Again, if you're detailing information, you want to think about where they live. If there is a residential street and it's a tree lined street, and everyone basically, it's a working community and it's nice, it's quiet, all of your neighbors, it's safe, you grew up there, how would you describe this to your reader? Or if it's an apartment, if the character moves from apartment to apartment and they don't get to know all the neighbors, what are the risks for the characters? What is assumed about the character that you can put straight, saying that they moved because the mom's job moved or the dad's job moved. But this is a nice place. He takes this, he has this. You can still write important information to help that character not seem impoverished. Just because he lives in an apartment does not mean it's not in a nice area. It could just be is closer convenience for the parent that's working. So I wanted to just give some few little details about character development. Again, my name is Joyce, and I like talking about writing and giving out information. And hopefully, this helps you as you develop your characters for your book or manuscript or article or whatever you're writing, or if it's a blog, just think about the details in character development that can help enlighten your reader and explain some of the details needed for that character in your book. So, if you can, please like and subscribe and leave me a comment if you want to hear more information about character. I will bring more information about character development, and I will talk to you guys soon, okay? Thanks again. I'll see you all later.